NFL Week 11 is here, and I'm about to break down the main slate on DraftKings using the contest generator and the Sims tool here over at Stokastic.com to help you guys find the players you want to build around. Also highlighting some of the top lineups that I have built for this weekend slate. If you guys could do me a favor as you come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're looking for a FanDuel breakdown, I also have a FanDuel version of the video that's going up on the YouTube channel. And if you want to sign up for our football package, now is the time. We had a number of big wins last weekend. We saw somebody win a Millie Maker using our Sims tool. Somebody won the $3.20 max on DK. Somebody won the mini max on DK. And that was all with the help of the Sims tool. So different people winning different contests across different buy-in levels. So we have these tools and they're available for everybody. It doesn't matter what buy-in level you play in. It doesn't matter if you play single entry or 150 max. We've seen people have success at all different buy-in levels and different kinds of tournaments with these tools. And if you sign up now using the promo code Millie in honor of a guy who won the Millie Maker last week, Short Gamer TV, and use that link below, you're going to get 20% off when you sign up for our Sims package for the first time. Let's go ahead and start looking at lineups for this weekend slate. I'm going to favorite the top 150 lineups that I have in here by simulated ROI. And my number one overall best projected lineup, it is actually a Dolphins double stack in here. And I did a video also with Lofty earlier in the day where we do a live show where we build lineups in the Sims and we look at some of the results. And it's funny, this is actually a different Dolphins double stack, but also earlier when we were doing that content, we also came up with a Dolphins double stack as our best lineup. So slightly different one, but the core of it's the same. Tua with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill in the lineup. Running backs, Devin Singletary and Jerome Ford. And then we have Michael Wilson as the other running back, Dalton Schultz and Evan Ingram as two tight ends that are both in this lineup. And then we have the Panthers defense in here to round it out. Now let's go ahead and look at some of the exposures for the players position by position. And we'll see who it is that we're getting to across all of the lineups and some of the top options. So at quarterback, a little bit spread out here. We've got 5 quarterbacks that I have double-digit exposure to. All of them quarterbacks I'm overweight to. CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, Geno Smith, and Tua. So those 5 QBs are the ones that I'm primarily getting to. There's some other ones mixed in here as well, like Jared Goff and Dak Prescott. But the real core plays are these 5. So if you guys are playing, like 5 lineups, I would say like one of each of these in those lineups. Or if you're playing, 3 max, it'd be something like a Stroud, a Lawrence, a Purdy line, something along those lines. But these are the 5 quarterbacks that I'm getting to the most frequently. And then if we go ahead and look at the running back exposures, basically getting all in here on Devin Singletary. He's in 96% of my lineups. Something to note here. He is currently only projected for 9.5% ownership. The reason is because at the time I'm recording, Dameon Pierce is officially listed as questionable. In our projections, we are expecting Pierce to sit, which is why we have Singletary projected for 17.53 DK points. But if Pierce is officially ruled out, we are going to see the projected ownership for Singletary go up, and that is something that will lower his overall amount of exposure that I get to in lineups. But still, he pretty clearly looks like one of the top running back options and the top play overall on the slate. Other running backs that I'm getting to here, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Travis Etienne, Tony Pollard, a little underweight to the field on Pollard, and Christian McCaffrey were also slightly underweight to the field too. I mean, what else can we say about Tony Pollard? The guy's been terrible this year. He got off to a good start of the year, going up against the Giants at his best fantasy game of the season, then had a 100-yard rushing game, and he has not had more than like 55 rushing yards in a game since week 2 or week 3 of the season. It's been a terrible season for Tony Pollard. So underweight to him here, still making the some lineups. His price has come down. He's got another good matchup against Washington, but he's been massively disappointing so far. Who are we underweight to at the running back position? Josh Jacobs, James Conner, Breece Hall, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, all players that I'm the most heavily underweight to here at the running back spot. Wide receivers. Let's break down the wideouts. Wide receiver core options for the week. We've got Tank Dell, Tyreek Hill, Michael Wilson, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk. And that's all the guys that we have north of 15% of lineups. Some other contrarian plays in here like Darnell Mooney in 13% of lineups. Noah Brown, who we need a status update on. So at the time that I'm recording is Noah Brown, who's been a beast lately. He's listed as questionable to play. His status is very much up in the air. If he's out, then we could look to some other guys. Tank Dell's already in a bunch of lineups, but he would look even better. And then as well as somebody like, Devin Singletary can end up being more involved in the passing game as well. But other wide receivers here that are of note that we're underweight to, underweight to Garrett Wilson, underweight to Rondell Moore, underweight to Hollywood Brown, so underweight to both of the Cardinals pass catchers there, and then also underweight to Cooper Kupp, Christian Watson, and Keenan Allen. See the core plays at tight end. Tight end core options for this weekend. And yeah, only 4 guys that I'm getting any kind of meaningful exposure to, and pretty heavy. We've got Trey McBride, Cole Kmet, Evan Ingram, and Dalton Schultz. Kmet and McBride is showing up in just over 20% of lineups, whereas we're getting to 54% of Evan Ingram, 62% of Dalton Schultz. And by the way, if Noah Brown is out, just talked about him a second ago, Schultz would look even better. Currently projected for 15.28 fantasy points for us, which is the highest projected tight end on the slate by a couple of fantasy points. So really digging Dalton Schultz in our data this weekend. Coming in underweight to the field on Dalton Kincaid, Logan Thomas, Sam Laporta, and Jake Ferguson. So that is a roundup of everything for DK. Like I said, going to have another one of these videos going up for FanDuel. If you guys have not signed up for the tools yet, now is the time. Promo code Millie. That deal is going to be ending on Monday. So only a few days left here to take advantage of that offer. And if you haven't done it yet, also like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Good luck, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.